welcome to another episode of Potpourri. My name is Chevany Reed, and today's guest is Kenny Loyal of Loyal Music Group. Kenny, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Please tell me what's been going on and how did you come about opening up Kenny Loyal or Loyal Music Group?
Well, my brother and I, we started out in a small hotel room in Virginia, and we've grown from a sole proprietorship to an LLC, Loyal Music Group LLC, here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we started out just me and my brother, two of us, and now we have about 10 employees. So we've created jobs, and we really feel that our inspiration and our dedication to the craft is prepared to bring it to the table.
So I understand that you do entertainment, and you do all things entertainment, not just music, but videos, fashion shows. How did you manage to put everything under one umbrella? Where was your true love, and then how did you branch out from that?
Well, we started just doing the music. Then we realized that there were other musicians out there that didn't have big budgets that a lot of the majors require, and that they needed assistance. So we started to develop, we started to buy cameras. We started to buy the computers and the technology that we needed in order to elevate us and those customers and clients to the mainstream audience.
One of the big things that's important to you is just staying true to your roots and helping others. I think that's an awesome platform, and I know that you help smaller individuals put on big productions. Talk to us about that.
We have access to a lot of the props and backdrops. Tim Barrett Studios over on Edgewood, he helps us out. Eclectic on Howell Mill. We have a lot of venues in the area also that are willing to bring entertainment that is unsigned into their venues and let them perform, whether they sing, rap, dance, or whatever. If they're a model, we give photo shoots that are comparable to your budget. You know, you don't have to have a big budget working with us, you know.
And that's really good, because a lot of people think that it's unattainable. Like, I want to do music, I want to get my music out there, but they don't know how to go about it. So kind of walk us through the I meet client, or how does someone start off their career, and when they come to you, what is it that you start them on?
Well, if a model, actress, or singer or dancer comes to us with their idea, we take that idea and we turn it into a brand. And the quality of that brand, when we finish with it, will look just like what the professionals are working with.
Because truly you are a professional, and you're helping people on a smaller scale, and it's just like when other music companies started. They started out small, and they made professional music, professional videos, and things like that. You're here in the Atlanta area, and it's important for you to have Atlanta talent and to help the Atlanta talent. I know you're doing some nonprofit, and we're going to discuss that, but I just want to talk about the music part in general. Is there just rap, or is it just R&B, or do you support music in general?
Yeah, we support music in general, whether it be jazz, gospel, R&B, hip hop, irregardless. Well, we're there, we have the expertise, and we have the producers with the studios to deliver the tracks or the beats that you need to bring your talent out, you know. We have a variety of beat houses actually around the Atlanta area and around the East Coast, where we can access any type of style or genre of music.
So we hear producers, beat houses. Let's go through all of those different disciplines and explain to me what they are, because I think a lot of times people like myself, we hear producers and we think we know what a producer is. But what exactly is a producer when it comes to music? What do they do? Well,
most producers that are here in the Atlanta area have a small studio in their home, you know, but they produce really good music because they have the quality equipment. You know, whether they have a MacBook Pro or whether they have a, you know, a computer that has the programs on that computer to generate the sounds that the industry is producing. It doesn't really matter where the music is produced.
So a producer then, they put the music together. They make the track for what the artist will sing on or rap on.
Right.
Now, we talk about computers. I know that your studio hosts a plethora of computers and the equipment needed to give that big sound to make it just as good as one of the major labels. And I think a lot of people don't realize that these same producers work for major labels as well, but they're independent. So I come to you, I have my song, we work on my brand. Talk to us about branding and why it's so important that each artist have a brand that distinguishes them from someone else.
Well, your brand is going to be what stands out, and it's going to be different from whatever everyone else in the industry is exposing to the world. So your brand and your idea is what's going to explode you over into that next level. It's going to propel your career. We're going to make sure that it propels your career because we're going to use the quality equipment, the quality cameras, the quality studio equipment. We're going to use the right paper for your posters or your flyers. All of that is important in the look because you have a lot of artists that approach you with a CD that doesn't have a name on it, and it's not
It's just, I'm a
properly
good
prepared.
artist and that's,
Right.
here's my stuff.
Right. Well, an engineer or an A&R for a major record label, they're just going to throw that in the trash. You know, they're not going to listen to it. It might be perfect. It might be, the music on there might be perfect, you know. It might have radio quality, but, you know, it just doesn't look good. We're going to take that and we're going to transform it into something that is admissible to the radio stations, admissible to the major labels.
Now with that branding, do you help in a management capacity as well to walk the music from the studio into trying to get that record deal or trying to get it to the next level? Because like it could be great music, but great music without everyone hearing it is just music, right?
That's right. We are in touch with all the DJs, major DJs around the country, all the record pools. We're affiliated with Hitman DJs, Montana White, Team Bigger Rankin, which is, you know, the core DJs. We're also in tune with Hitman East and West Coast. So we can get that music across the country. We can get it walked into major labels through solicitation. So we don't have a problem with getting your music from the street to the stores, and we're just that wide of a range.
What I love about Loyal Music Group is that when I read about you, there's nothing too small or too big that you wouldn't consider doing. It's not like it's only a place for the big person or only a place for that small artist. It's a place that any artist can go. And whether they're being represented by you, you could still help them. And that whole concept, how did it come to be?
Well, the dedication and the perseverance to our craft, it's been recognized by our peers and the masses have accepted it. We're available on iTunes. We're about to be available on Amazon and on demand. And coming from a two-person operation to just that is just incredible, you know. And we want to be able to offer that service to everyone, you know. Some people don't know the process, what it takes to get there. You know, we're going to have the counseling and we're going to have the guidance to show you step-by-step process, you know, and how to make that dream come true.
And what I like that Loyal Music Group does is that not only do you have the step-by-step process, but you walk with them through the step. And I think that's very important because we can tell someone what to do, but until we show them, it's still like a mystery. It's like, I know you told me to do this, but now that you're showing me, I understand. I've learned the process. And I think that's very important. We talked about iTunes, and I know you have artists bring something to the table.
Yes.
Let's talk about that project.
Bring Something to the Table is it's a documentary on opening a business, not necessarily a small business because we need to start thinking big as a people, you know. We interviewed a lot of business owners in the local area and across the country. We've interviewed artists, actresses, models, DJs, and we've put together this documentary called Bring Something to the Table because, you know, you don't eat if you don't bring nothing to the table.
I love that concept. Everyone needs to bring something to the table, right?
That's right. That's
So, where did that whole concept come from? Or you just felt like you needed to get it out there to show people that this can be done?
Well, you know, bring some to the table is old school cliche. You know, my grandfather and my father, you know, you didn't eat if you didn't work. You know, and they were serious about that, you know. These days, you know, the generations change, you know. But we need to stick to like some of the old values, because those values are really what equates to, you know, greatness, you know. So, you know, that's what's helped me, you know, just being remindful of some of the stuff that we were taught when we were younger, you know, and being able to explain that through business, you know.
When we come back, we'll talk more with Kenny Loyal and Loyal Music Group.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover. Up to 40%.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We got much too much. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest
spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. Tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover. Up to 40%.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We got much too much. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest
spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. Tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover. Up to 40%.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We got much too much. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest
spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. Tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back to Potpourri. I'm your host, Shavani Reed, and when we left, we were speaking with Kenny Loyal about Loyal Music Group. So Kenny, we talked a little about all the things you do music-wise. I know you do nonprofit, and you have a few nonprofits that are going now. Can you talk to us about that?
Yes, we're affiliated with Spiders World, which they have over 150 programs for the youth, underprivileged kids, kids that come from broken homes. We're also affiliated with Miracle Child Caregivers.
Talk to us about that. I've heard about it.
Miracle Child Caregivers, they provide shelter for kids that come from broken homes that may not have a mother or father there to help support them and feed them every day. They've taken in kids from parents with drug addiction. They've taken in kids with special needs, you know, whether they have a certain disease that afflicts them. Miracle Child Caregivers are there to help those kids as well.
And what exactly does Loyal Music Group do with these nonprofits?
You know, a lot of these kids, they have dreams and aspirations as well. You know, some of them want to act, some of them want to dance. They like poetry, you know, and they like seeing themselves on TV, and you know, and they want to listen to, you know, their talent. So we record those kids for free, you know, and we videotape those kids, and we let them do their thing because, you know, they're special and they're humans too. So, you know, we want to ensure that their dreams come true as well, you know.
That's just awesome because we lose sight that everyone has a dream. And just because our kids are homeless or our kids are having a rough time doesn't mean that they don't have a dream. And the fact that Loyal Music Group goes and takes that dream and makes it into a reality, I think is just really awesome. And I know that you're also working with models, you're working with poets, you're doing video for all things entertainment. Talk to us about some of your other projects and some of your other diverse interests, I guess.
Well, we also build portfolios for models, aspiring models, actresses and actors. We film short films for pilots. We're working on one now called Phone Sex. It's not per se phone sex, but it's...
You're not in trouble. Go ahead and talk
different.
about your project.
It's a comedy. It's a couple comedy. And what we do is we approach couples and we ask them if they would like to participate. And if they say yes, we proceed with... I don't want to tell you everything about it because it's going to be a surprise. When you see it on TV, you're going to be like, it is so funny. It's hilarious, you know.
So is it more like, is it not a game show, but in that format where it's a live reality based?
It's a live reality, but the concept is out of this world. It's, I'm just going to be a surprise. I'm going to hold that one back.
Okay, well, I'm going to hold you to it. It has to make me laugh, and I'm going to hold you accountable.
Okay.
What other projects are you working on?
We mentioned Bring Some to the Table, too. We're looking for artists, models, actresses, business owners that want to become involved with Bring Some to the Table, too. We offer interviews, free interviews. So your business or your aspiration, we can get it out there to the world for free.
And give us examples, because if I'm a business, and I said, wow, I wonder if I have something to bring towards the table or bring to the table. Just tell us what it is you're looking for, or what would be an awesome thing to bring to the table.
What we want to do is we want to expose to the small business owners, or if you don't have a business at all, the methodology and how to attain an EIN. Some people don't know how to attain an EIN, which is one of the requirements of having a business. We want to show them how to get that Dun & Bradstreet number and how to make that work for you. You know, it's important to know how to do these things in order for your business to be a success. You know, a lot of people want to go into business and they want to be models, actresses, singers, or dancers. They don't have the avenue and they don't have the know-how. We'll teach them how to get that EIN number, how to get that Dun & Bradstreet number up.
And when you say EIN, they're taxpayer ID,
Right.
and things that are needed to become an LLC or to become incorporated, because a lot of folks, I guess, they really don't realize that they could do business as a company and not have individual responsibility and liability, right?
That's right.
So I'm bringing something to the table. How do I go about finding out more and where to take it? Which table am I taking it? Please tell our viewers where we can find you.
You can find Lowell at Lowell Music Group LLC online, LOYALMUSIC group.com. You can also check me out on Twitter at Loyal1, LOYALWON. And you can also just Google Loyal in Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure the whole 2 pages will pop up. We've been here for about 7 years doing our thing, and we've been a success, and we want to bring it to the world.
And bringing it to the world, I think it's awesome that you're starting right here in our own community. Do you have anything coming up where, let's just say, like a showcase for local residents or local artists or models? I know that you do a lot of things. And don't be shy to tell us about it.
Well, right now I'm just concentrating on bring something to the table too. I'm working with several local artists, such as Young Nino the Don. He's slated to be here on the radio, Clear Channel stations here real soon. We're working along with all the local venues as far as getting our artists into those venues, and just assisting, you know, with everyone in general. My hands are so full now that I've had to hire some extra people to assist these aspiring artists and actresses and models and actors.
But that's a sign of success. I want my hands to be that full. That's awesome. It's just really touching that you and your brother are working together to not just make Loyal Music Group big, but to help out people. We talked about models, we talked about music and poets, but what other entertainers behind the scene? You open up a venue for people who want to be a part of production as well. It's not just the people in front of the camera, correct?
That's right.
And talk to us about that, because a lot of people, they don't know that they can be involved outside of just being the front person, the artist.
Mm-hmm. If you were to email me, send me MP3s to kennyloyal@gmail.com. We're willing to listen to your MP3s, and we're willing and able to bring if it's not up to par, we'll bring it up to par. We'll show you how to create the tools and get that software that you need and get that computer that you need to create the sound that is quality, first of all. Second of all, accepted by the majors and the A&Rs, and because a lot of people, a lot of A&Rs won't take your music if it's unsolicited.
And let's talk about that, because people, they go unsolicited, well, how am I going to get them the music? And they go through an avenue like yourself that has relationships, correct?
That's right.
And that whole process. So here's my music. I want to be a part of Loyal Music Group. I know you don't accept everyone. I know you accept talent only. But for people who are right there, they're on that, they definitely have something. Do you walk them through to make them better artists? do you find yourself having to tell someone, maybe this isn't for you? And how do you go about that? Because no one wants to break someone's dreams, but perhaps their talent would be better used in a different aspect or a different
Well-
capacity.
Well, what we do is we explain in detail exactly what it's going to take in order to make your project better or make your dream better. Bring that brand to up to par to where it equates with everything else that's out there. We have the DJs that we can reach out to that will listen with us as well, because we don't just use our own opinion.
It's a group effort?
It is definitely a group effort. We have the DJs, we have the A&Rs that we can reach out to and say, hey, we've listened to this, can you check it out and tell us what it needs? And then we'll bring that back to you and say, hey, look, this is what you're gonna need to do, you know, in order to get it right, you know. And if you can't get it right, you know, we're there to assist, you know. And especially if it's interesting enough, you know. For the stuff that's not interesting, what we do is we'll give you ideas that are interesting to the public, because we have the DJs, they tell us exactly what's necessary. Being that the internet is available now, you know, back in the day, you know, everybody didn't have a computer and everybody didn't have the internet, so we can point you in the right direction, whether it be websites, whether there's used equipment stores that we are aware of, that you can go and purchase the equipment to bring your music or your talent up to par, you know. We're very knowledgeable about where to go, what to do, and how to do it. So my team of people, we can definitely point you in the right direction.
Kenny, it's been wonderful having you. Thank you for joining us on Potpourri. We look forward to following you and finding out what's going on, which brings something to the table too. And we plan on hearing some great things with the Kenny Music Group.
Well, I want to thank Clark Atlanta University and Ms. Chevy for having me.
Once again, thank you for joining us on another episode of Potpourri. My name is Chevy Reed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.